So I told Hot Docs that I couldn't do the screening, and they told me, we want to put you in competition. For 10 years, I've been struggling to make films. I've tried to make stuff I believe in, but I'm always let down. Instead, I've decided to document my life and struggle to create. So before, they just said that, yeah, they want to show the film in the World Showcase program, which is a really good program, but to get into competition is always the better one, because you're going to get the most publicity and everything. Johnny?
Hey, is that Johnny?
Yes, it is.
Johnny, it's Shane from
Hi,
Hot Docs
Shane.
in Toronto. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Thanks so much for making time for a chat today. I really
Yeah,
appreciate
absolutely.
it.
So,
Great, great. So, listen, we love the film and we would love to showcase and launch the film, but I want to hear from you and talk to you about, you know, what your goals are, what your concerns are, and how we can maximize opportunities to help the film.
yeah.
So, yeah, tell me what's going on.
Like, we from the beginning, I think that we wanted to make an international documentary, and I think we've struggled to get financing from Sweden because it's not a Swedish subject.
Right.
So where we're at is that we had some grants, and we made a web series together with Huffington Post, which went really, you know, viral in the trans community and everything. So we did that last year, and then we thought that, oh, this will be kind of easy to go forward, because CNN quoted it to be like top African show to ditch House of Cards for, and all that. And then we started to have difficulties financing the feature film, and that's where we've been at. So now we were turned down for funding at the end of last year, and we got stuck where the rough cut was. So then we got into the Film Independent workshop, the documentary lab, and I was just like, oh, this is perfect. Now we can definitely finish it, and we're gonna get like the support we need to finish it, because it's not that much, you know, left, but it is like going into it and really, you know, crushing it. And so now that we got you also interested, we would like to do both. But now I'm in this dilemma where I don't know, like, okay, so should we rush it? I was in a similar situation, as I told you before, that like with the last film, I felt like we rushed it too much, and then we could have waited and made it good, and we could have found, you know, the funding, but we didn't wait, and we just, you know, threw it out there, and then it didn't have the life it deserved. Even though it was official selection at Sheffield, but it wasn't in competition or anything. So now I'm just at like this stage of, okay, Hot Docs is a fantastic festival, and it's perfect to release it there because we're looking at the North American market. But then on the other hand, going to the Film Independent Documentary Lab is also really, really important, because it would, you know, generate the type of connections and contacts for the film and for, you know, the future life of making films, to make that easier and to have that, you know, global appeal. So basically, that's where I'm at.
No, it's a dilemma. I totally understand the challenges with the choices that are in front of you. I think. You know, from our perspective, I think a berth in the Hot Docs competition can potentially trigger some funding and some support to help finish the film. Like, I'd be talking to the Swedish Film Institute immediately if we confirm, to say, hey, you know, how are you guys supporting this? You know, this is competition. It's the only Swedish film probably in the last 3 or 4 years we've been in competition. What's going on? And then the buyers, distributors start paying attention to the films that are in competition and looking to get you know, a head start on what those films are and how they can be involved in them. So I think in terms of generating support to help get the money to finish the film, competition can help with that, definitely. I mean, in terms of getting it out there and making sure it launches effectively and appropriately, we've got the whole industry conference side of Hot Docs as well. That includes things like our distribution rendezvous that are, one-on-one meetings with distributors, festivals, and sales agents to help, talk about the project and sell the film. Mm-hmm. And also, we've got the Doc Ignite workshop, which is all about helping filmmakers build integrated campaigns to find and market and reach and engage their audience. So that's invitation only, and if the film's in competition, it's invited. You will be invited into that program. So there's stuff on the industry side. Oh, and by the way, our director of industry told me that she'd be happy to have some calls with you in the lead up to the festival to talk strategy to help meet the goals that you've got for the film. So we can rally forces here at Hot Docs to really help the film, I think, in a significant way, and we're prepared to do that because we think it's a smart film and a unique new perspective at the right time. Timing, I think, is key, and I think you understand that a lot of films that are out there on this subject, we're going to screen one or two other ones that are very different perspectives. But on the other hand, Sundance didn't show any this year, and I know they got a bunch of them as well. So that's the other challenge is, there's too many of these, we're not taking any, or, there needs to be something that helps the film stand out. And yours does that because it's a love story. It's a different perspective. So, I think there are a couple of things to consider, definitely, in terms of timing, and you're ahead of the pack, or at the head of the pack right now, but the pack is right there.
Yeah, I know. Om den hade kommit in på Sundance och den inte har liksom den här ekonomin bakom sig och de här executive producers och bla bla bla, då är det ju svårt att sticka ut som den bästa filmen på Sundance. Medan den rollen som vi är i på Hot Docs är ju faktiskt att det här kommer bli en av stjärnfilmerna i så fall på Hot Docs. Och då kanske den får mer spridning på grund av det. Så det är ju inte negativt liksom, att vara på den festivalen. Det är ju snarare positivt när det blir en av dem som de hyllar. För vi har ju inte idag resurserna till att skapa hypen tillräckligt mycket.
Nu känns det ändå som att förut kändes det som att Hot Docs väljer men inte competition. Men vi har inte haft någon personlig relation eller kontakt med dem.
Nej.
Men nu visar det också på hur mycket de tror och vad de kan göra och att den här är competition.
Men tänk vad mycket nej kan göra.
Ja.
Det kommer gå ner till att vara det bästa nejet jag har tagit och sagt i hela mitt liv. Det här.
Ja.
Jag tog ställning och jag gick tillbaka.
Ja, exakt. Fan vad tur att vi gjorde det och inte sa ja. Alltså ganska små marginaler. För annars hade vi inte blivit så här.
Hey, thanks for watching. Let me know what you want to hear more about. Comment below. And don't forget to subscribe. Alright, see you next week.